I slammed on the brakes so hard my tires squealed on the hot asphalt. There was right in the middle of my own driveway a beat-up black pickup truck parked like it owned the place, completely blocking me from pulling in. My heart hammered in my chest. Who does that? I thought, my hands shaking on the wheel. The afternoon sun beat down, making the whole neighborhood smell like fresh-cut grass mixed with exhaust and now pure frustration. I threw my car into park right at the end of the driveway, trapping that truck in. No way was this guy slipping away. I jumped out the door, slamming it behind me, the sound echoing down the quiet street. Sweat already beaded on my forehead. This was my home, my safe place, and some stranger thought he could just take it over. I pulled out my phone and dialed the non-emergency police line, my voice tight as I explained the situation. They said they were on the way, but it felt like forever. I paced back and forth, the gravel crunching under my boots. My mind raced with every worst-case scenario. What if this guy was dangerous? What if he came back swinging? I let out a long, heavy sigh, trying to keep my cool, but the anger boiled right under the surface. Then I heard footsteps. A tall guy in a faded baseball cap came jogging up from across the street, looking mad as hell. That had to be him, Jake, I would learn later. Hey, what the hell, man, he barked, waving his arms. Move your car, I need to get out of here. His face was flushed and he smelled like cheap beer even from 10 feet away. I stood my ground, my voice steady but loud. This is my driveway, buddy. You parked here without asking. I'm not moving until the cops get here. He laughed like I was joking, but his eyes darted around, nervous. Come on, it was just for a minute. My wife told me to pull in real quick. We live right over there, he pointed vaguely. I crossed my arms tighter. Your wife? I shot back. Does she think driveways are community parking lots now? This isn't okay. Before he could answer, we heard heels clicking fast on the sidewalk. Here she came, Grace, his wife, storming over like a hurricane in yoga pants and oversized sunglasses. Her face was already twisted in that classic entitled scowl, the kind that screams, I know my rights better than you. Oh my God, she yelled loud enough for the whole block to hear. What is going on here? Jake, why is your truck blocked? She marched straight up to me, jabbing a finger inches from my chest. Excuse me, sir, but you cannot just trap my husband like this. This is public space and you are harassing us. I will call my lawyer right now. Her voice cracked with fake outrage, the kind that makes your skin crawl. I could smell her heavy perfume cutting through the fresh air like it was trying to overpower everything else. I stared right back, my pulse pounding in my ears. Ma'am, this is my private driveway. Your husband parked here without permission. The police are already coming. Grace threw her hands up dramatically. Police? For parking? You have got to be kidding me. This is America, not some dictatorship. Jake, just stand there, honey, she told him. Do not say a word to this guy. The argument got hotter. Neighbors started peeking out windows and doors, the tension thick enough to taste. Grace kept ranting how I was the problem, how I always took up too much space on the street, and how she and Jake were just trying to visit a friend nearby. Every sentence dripped with that bitter entitlement that makes you want to scream. I felt my face burn with frustration, but I held my line. Can you believe this? I muttered to myself. All this over one stupid parking spot. Sirens finally wailed in the distance, growing louder. A police cruiser pulled up, lights flashing. 2 officers stepped out, one tall and serious, the others scanning the scene. They took one look at the blocked truck, at me standing firm, and at Jake and Grace already launching into their story. Grace immediately turned on them. Officers, thank goodness you are here. This man trapped my husband and now he is refusing to move. We demand you make him leave right now. The lead officer raised a hand, calm but firm. Ma'am, slow down. Let's see some IDs and get the facts. He ran Jake's license through the system while the other officer talked to me. I explained everything step by step, my voice clear despite the knot in my stomach. Grace kept interrupting, pacing and muttering under her breath. This is ridiculous, she hissed. My husband did nothing wrong. Then the officer looked up from his tablet, his expression changing. Mister, an active warrant out for failure to appear on a reckless driving charge from last month. You are under arrest. Jake's face went white. What? No way, that was nothing. Grace exploded. Arrest? You cannot be serious. This is harassment pure and simple. I will have your badges for this. The officer ignored her and cuffed Jake's hands behind his back, the metal clicking loud in the sudden silence. Jake winced but said nothing as they guided him toward the cruiser. Grace lunged forward, her voice shrill. Jake, honey, do not go with them. This is all his fault. She pointed at me again. The second officer stepped in front of her. Ma'am, back up or you will be coming with us too for disorderly conduct. She froze, her face turning bright red, tears of pure rage welling up. The whole neighborhood watched now, some even filming on their phones. The smell of victory mixed with the fading exhaust as the police car door shut on Jake. Grace stood there alone, her shoulders slumped for the first time all afternoon. Her big loud act had backfired completely. The truck would get towed, she would have to explain this mess to everyone, and her husband was headed to jail because of a choice they both made in their entitled little world. I let out the biggest sigh of relief as the cruiser pulled away, lights still flashing. My hands finally stopped shaking. Grace shot me one last hateful glare before storming off, but it was empty now. No more power, just bitter defeat. That day taught me something powerful, folks. When someone tries to walk all over you with their Karen attitude, do not back down. Stand your ground, call it out, and let the system do its job. Karma does not miss entitled people like Grace and Jake. Justice showed up right on time, and it felt so damn good. If you are dealing with your own driveway drama or any bully in your life, remember this story. You are not alone, and the right choice always wins in the end. Stay strong out there.